I'm over here talking and you can't hear me because I don't see the little meters. Man, what is up today? It's Thursday. You'd think it'd be you'd think we know stuff, bro. I mean, how many times we done this? I don't know, 16, 17. You know. Happy Thursday, everybody. Who's here with me? Anybody here with me? Is it just me again? Man, last week, bro, it was just me. I know last month we talked about podcasting. And the whole point was not about you doing a podcast. Maybe the messaging was off a little bit. It wasn't about you doing a podcast. Maybe you don't want to do a podcast. Maybe you do. But maybe you don't. But the point was, it was about you as an audio engineer or a producer or even especially a studio owner. If you've got access to equipment, you got access to stuff, you should be offering podcasting as one of your services, because this is something that you're missing out. You're leaving money on the table. If you're not offering podcasting as a service to clients that might want to have that service, you're leaving money on the table. I mean, you're not recording music 24/7. There's times where you're sitting. If you're like me, there's times where you might be sitting there going, "Damn, is the phone working? I don't know if my phone's on, because it ain't ringing." You know, I mean, this, especially in this economy, in what we have to deal with. I mean, right now with gas prices as high as they are, grocery price. Let's not even get into that stuff, because there's too many of that. There's too many of those in that type of content already out there. I don't care about that. I do care about it, but that's not my platform. That's not why I'm not trying to talk to you about you should vote a certain way. I don't care, man. It don't really matter who's up in there. It's all going to be relative to what's going on. So take that. No, look, man. My point is if you're not doing the whole month, last month was podcasting month, then I know people don't care about that. I mean, some of my videos were getting views they were getting views like 12 for the whole week, 12 views. But I think I talked to y'all about this already in last week's video. But in last week's YouTube thing, but I got 2 clients, man, that are now coming here and paying me to do a podcast in my podcast. This is my podcast studio, and this system, I can move it around and I can make the background be what I want it to be. Like, that's an actual bookshelf. There's a camera there, that kind of stuff. But man, if you're not offering these things to your clients or to clients that you don't have yet. What if there's a client that's looking in your neighborhood? What if there's a client that's looking for a place to come and record just even an audio podcast? Man, if you got a 2i2 and a couple of microphones, bruh, you can do podcasting. You can edit. You already record in a DAW. Record 2 microphones in there and do the edits. Master it, make it sound good. Maybe throw some sound effects in there. Whatever, man. If you got access to cameras, even your iPhone would work. You could even charge more money, let's say if you do an audio podcast, somebody comes in for 2 hours, you make, $50, $100, but then you throw cameras in the mix, you can throw in another $100. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, look, I mean, it can get good, man. If you're not doing anything else and somebody wants to do a podcast, bro, do a podcast. Anyway. So yeah, I know last month was not very popular. It's okay. And it was evident in the statistics of seeing the, it was evident in the statistics, the views on YouTube and whatever. So, this month we're talking about, we're calling it Studio Tour Month. Last week we did the overall, like, getting you excited. We're going to tour the studio. I showed a pre-recorded thing of all, a bunch of quick cuts and stuff in the rooms. And, some of y'all have been here before. You know what we got. Some of y'all ain't been here before. You might want to, let's talk about it. Let's talk about why I have this piece of gear. Let's talk about why I use this thing, and let me tell you what it is, where I got it, why I bought it, how I use it. That's what we're going to do in Studio Tour Month. So next week, Monday coming up, the 9th, we're going to talk about this room, the podcast studio. Yeah, we're coming right out of podcast month. We're talking about podcast equipment. So we're going to be doing that. And anyway, and then the week after that, which is the 16th, we're going to be over in Studio B. I'm going to show you like some stuff in Studio B. You may, even if you've been here, you may not know that I've got some stuff in there because you don't see it. It's not like in the rack and you go, oh, I got a thing. Then the week after that, which will be the 23rd, we're going to do Studio A, which is going to take a little bit longer. That whole podcast is going to be probably an hour. I'm going to try to keep it to less than an hour, but it's going to be tough because there's a lot of cool stuff in there that I really want to share with the world and let you know why I have it, where it came from, how long I've had it. Yeah, I mean, I got some pieces of gear in there I've had for a long time, and y'all may not know that, you know. Then I'm going to do a bonus. There's going to be a bonus program for you on the 30th, the very last day of September. I'm going to lay out all my microphones. I don't think I've ever even done that. I don't think I've ever even done that. I'm going to lay out all my microphones in one place, and we're going to look at them. And then I'm going to put a bunch of instruments. We may not talk about all the instruments because I'm personally I'm not a guitar player. I'm not a drummer. I'm not a bass player, but I got a bunch of these instruments. There's a piano in there. There's an organ. There's a ton of amps. We're just going to put all that in one place so everybody can see that. We're going to share all that. So that should be exciting. I'm personally excited about laying the microphones out on the floor and seeing what we got because I've never done that. It should be cool, man. It should be awesome. So got a couple people here with us today. If y'all want to leave me a comment in the chat, let me know where you're at and who you are. It's probably, I know one of them is me because I watch myself on YouTube over here, but I just got to make sure that my words are over there, and if I throw something up in the screen. And what we're talking about today is we're talking about studio gear all this month of September. So what I wanted to give you was this. It's called the $150,000 Studio Build Challenge. And what it is, it's I basically give you $150,000 and you go build a studio. But what it does is it forces you to go look at gear that you want in your studio. But you got to stay within your budget of $150K. That's what it is. I've actually got a do I have it over there? I don't think I have it there. I didn't put it there. Sorry, I didn't put it there, but that's cool. I was thinking I could throw it in the chat, but I can't. But I do have a screenshot of it here. Let me see if I can press this button and share my screen. This is what it is, and it kind of goes through the whole thing. Let's build in a studio. It's an exercise that you do, and it does give you some links where you can go look at stuff like Sweetwater, Musician's Friend. Westlake Pro is my preferred, unless I'm buying something old and like vintagey or something. I'll go look at Reverb. But yeah, I mean this is kind of what this is kind of what you download when you get it. Got some more information there, and I'm here for you if you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, that kind of thing. So if you're gonna go build a studio, this is a great way. If you're thinking about building a studio, if you're thinking about getting some gear, this is a great exercise to look at because it does give you an idea of how much this stuff costs. Some people are like, "Woo, $150,000, that's a lot of money." Is it though? I mean, really, I don't know. So that's kind of why we're throwing that in there. So there's that. And then another thing, which I've got coming up, there's going to be, you guys that are in my membership, if you're not in my membership, you should be. That's why this may be why you're here today. But there's another thing that I'm going to be, I'm coming up, I'm putting it together right now. I'm not really writing it, I'm putting it together. It's, I wanted to do a master class on basically accounting and bookkeeping, specifically for what we do. It's a little bit different doing what we do. It's kind of weird. I know we're doing taxes right now. Yeah, we did we've been doing an extension every year. So our taxes are due in October now. So we're actually doing oh shoot, I forgot to throw this up there. We're doing our taxes right now. Just letting y'all know it's live because I had to press the dang button. But in case you're thinking that this is pre-recorded, I was on a thing yesterday. I was on a live thing yesterday, and some dude in the chat kept saying this is pre-recorded. And I was chatting back with him, going, "Are you sure, bro? Because I'm seeing your post, and I'm answering your question. It's not pre-recorded. Yeah, this one's definitely not pre-recorded. If y'all could tell, because I kind of don't know what the heck I'm talking about today. No, I'm kidding. Um, so no, I thought a masterclass for this month might be cool to share with you guys some information about how we invoice, um, how we collect our monies, where does our money go when we collect it, do we put it in the bank? Is it all Venmo? Is it all PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Square? It's endless. Um, but yeah, how do you write an invoice? How do you keep track of all this stuff? That's what we're going to be talking about in the masterclass for this month for the members of LPR Sound Foundation. Again, man, I don't have a thing. I guess I could just put a link in there. I could just put a link. Let me go get a link and put it in there. Oh, actually, you know what? The membership is actually closed. If you guys are watching me, you're not a member. You're not going to be able to get in until November, unless you buy a course. You could go buy a course. You go buy this. I just dropped something in the chat for you. You go buy a course, and it makes you eligible to get into the membership. It actually lets you. It actually gives you the upsell thing right there where you're about to pay the $19 for this course. Oh no, I think is it still? It still might be $9, man. I'm gonna go look at this. This is live, ladies and gentlemen. So let's look at it. ABBA Mini. It still might be $9. No, it's $19.97. Well, let me double check. Well, triple check. Yeah, it's $19.97. And then from that, you can get into the membership. And the membership is only $19 a month too. So, I mean, it's super cheap, but the information you get, if anybody here is in the membership, you can let others know that are watching right now. Damn, $19 and you get all that. Yeah, it's crazy. The what I threw in the chat was the Audio Business Building Academy mini course. I basically just stripped out all the fluffy stuff that you don't really need, just went with the meat and potatoes of it. So the other course, we used to sell the other one, the full course, the Audio Business Building Academy, we used to sell for $497, I think at one time it was $597. Then it went to $497. Now it's just in the membership. You join in as a member, and you're in. So I'm actually going to change that. We do have I do offer a free coaching session with me. You and I hang out, and I try to help you figure out what your business is about and how you can make this your full-time living. That's my goal, man, is for you to quit your damn day job. Hashtag quit your day job. That's what that's about. So we try to do that in the coaching call, but what I had a coaching call last week, the discovery call with a student and a client, and man, it just got into this thing where we're like talking about cool stuff. We're talking about cars and our favorite microphones and things like that. But yeah, it sometimes gets like that, man. But because we're music. I don't want to say music makers. We make the music happen. And that's what it does, man. It comes down to, oh, my favorite microphone is this. Oh, no, I like this. I do like to use that compressor. Whenever I'm using that microphone, I like this compressor. So yeah, it usually gets into something like that. But you know what? I know the thing says a 45-minute thing, but it usually lasts a little longer. Sometimes a lot longer if my schedule is open. But yeah, you know what, man? We're just we're all here together. We're all one big happy family. And so we try to keep that going. But yeah, if you guys want to check out the ABBA Mini, the Audio Business Building Academy at ABBA. Get it? Okay. Yeah, I didn't even think about the singing group when I went into the ABBA thing and whatever. Stop. But so yeah, that's only $19.97, and that will make you eligible. That will allow you to get into the membership between we only open it 2 times a year, once in May and once in November, so the spring and the fall. And but because it's exclusive, man. We try to keep it tight knit and for people who really want to be there. I'm not just gonna open the the thing up to everybody who wants to be there. You know what I mean? So there is that. Uh, any questions, comments, or concerns, man? Drop them in the chat. You know, there's a couple of us here. So if you guys do have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. I'm here for you. So we can I guess we could just keep talking about the other stuff. The masterclass, man, for the I do have, let me go to this page and I'll share this page with you. I'm not going to share too much of this because I'm still kind of writing it. If you want to see this, if you want to, this will be funny. I'll share this page with you. And yeah, I'll share this page with you. Here you go. Yeah, see, I'm still writing it, man. No, I wanted to share this page with you. I got a bunch of, I'm giving you a bunch of, I think there's 10 places where you can do invoicing. If you're not, you know, if you don't actively have like a QuickBooks account or something like that, this will there's actually some of these are actually free. Some of them are super cheap, some of them are actually free. And cuz you got to know well, one, you got to know how to write an invoice. I've had multiple students come through and one of their questions is, dude, how do I write an invoice for when I need to get paid, you know? The client asked me for an invoice. Sometimes you might be on a session and they'll just hand you some cash, you know? Okay, cool. Technically, legally, and for YouTube's purposes here, I'm gonna tell you that yeah, you need to make sure that you keep account of that cash that somebody just handed you, and you need to pay your income tax on that cash that somebody just paid you. You can't just put it in your pocket and go, oh, nobody knows about the cash. And we're going to talk about that in the masterclass because it's important. You know, I'm not going to go too deep into talking about taxes on the masterclass about accounting, but there is some, they do kind of go hand in hand together. A bookkeeper is the person that keeps track of day to day, and then the accountant is the person who got a little bit forward thinking and looking ahead at tax time. So we are going to touch on it, and I may share with you why and how I got interested in learning about this stuff. So there's definitely a story there. I will share with you my my history with the Internal Revenue Service. It's a good one. You guys will understand, and you guys might even appreciate it and go, damn, I'm never doing that. That's the reason that I share the story with you, is because I don't want you to have to deal with that, okay? So, there's that. Yeah, we'll get into that in the masterclass, which I think is the group coaching call. I'm looking for my calendar here. I think the group coaching call is the 18th. Yes, September 18th at 5:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You guys that are members, you get access to this. If you're not a member, I might make it a replay. I might make it a replay that I put on this platform, YouTube, that you guys can look at. Because I mean, this is information that everybody should have. But this is one of the perks of being a member of LPR Sound Foundation. Just saying. This is one of the perks. We do a monthly masterclass. We do a monthly workshop. We do a group coaching call. I'm kind of running the masterclass and the group coaching call at the same time, but the masterclass will be edited down to just the parts that you should have and put into the membership as a masterclass. But we're also going to, I think it's important. That's why I want to make it live and interactive for the members, for you guys. And I do, if any of y'all are watching right now, I do suggest that you do come to that coaching call. It's going to be a juicy, good one, a good and juicy one. So there's a lot of information that's going to be in there. And then if you can't make it, that's cool. We'll make it a masterclass. You'll be able to get it later. It'll be in your membership. Okay. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Pop them in the chat. I'm here for you. It's kind of what we do. It's kind of why we do these Thursday live things, man. Is just to open the floor up to open the floor up to ask anything, anything about anything. You got questions about, hey, George wants to know, um, would it, George wants to know if didn't have enough production knowledge, but also couldn't afford to pay somebody to produce or finish a song. What would I do? Um, Man, I would figure it out. You can go to YouTube and I mean, well. Let's. There's a difference between somebody who produces a song and somebody who writes and makes the song. Is that kind of what you're doing there, George? Is it your song that you're putting together, and you don't really have enough knowledge or experience to do it? I mean, you can go to YouTube and look up. There's tons of information on how to do that. But so what do you mean finish the song? You talking about mixing and mastering, or you talking about writing the song, or doing the beat, making the music put together? I am not a beat maker. I don't create songs. Um, I do consider myself a producer in that I hear things. I can say, oh hey, I don't like that. I don't like how that guitar sound that you have is working with the kick drum. It's just not. They're kind of clashing. So why don't we try changing one or the other? That's the thing that's a producer. Somebody who hears and is part of the process of putting your song together. And then I also mix and master. um, that's some of the other things that I do here. I don't really. I mean, I'm not a songwriter. I'm not a singer. I'm certainly not a singer. Y'all don't want none of that. But yeah, man. If I mean, yeah, no. There's tons of free stuff out there. There's tons of guys like me that would do it for the experience. You just got to go try to find these guys. Maybe go to your social media. Maybe go to your social media feed and put it in there. Hey, I'm needing some help on this thing. Is anybody wanting to work with me on this stuff for knowledge and experience? There's tons of young guys coming up. I mean, I there's some on my radar right now that are they're needing to get the experience of working with you. One guy in particular that I worked with yesterday. He actually asked me, "Hey man, do you know anybody that could come in and I could record him as a rapper?" He's a kind of hip hop he's a hip hop beat maker, put it that way. And he's looking for a rapper to work, to write some lyrics, and he wants to record them just to get the experience of doing it. So yeah, man, there's tons of stuff out there for that. Tons of mixing and mastering for your band. Yeah, bro. I mean, I can certainly help you with that. I mean, that's kind of what I do. And if you can't, I mean, if you can always afford it, man. Yeah, you can always afford it. It's I mean, sometimes I'm like not busy, and I'll do it just for fun, just cause. Why don't you reach out to me, man? Here's my email. Why don't you reach out to me here at info@learnprorecording.com, and let's chat. Or if you want to, I think I got. See, I do have that in here. I'm gonna throw that in the chat. The coaching call link, man. If you want to connect on a coaching call, it's free. I'll give you 45 minutes of time, and we'll just hang out and we can talk about things like that. But if you want to just just go to that link, learnprorecording.com/coaching, and get signed up, man. It's free. It is a calendar, so it's only going to show you when I'm available. But yeah, let's chat, man. If you're doing, I mean, here's my deal, man. As a mixing and mastering engineer here, if you're doing an album project, I always do the first song for free. That way, I don't want you to feel stuck, doing a whole album, 10, 12 songs or whatever, even an EP. If you don't like my mix, if you don't like my mixing style, then I don't want you to feel like you're stuck doing all your songs with me, man. Because that's why I normally do one for free. Just say, hey, this is kind of my style, man. If you like it, let's do some work. If you don't, let's go find another guy. So yeah, I mean, I'm more about the music than making the money. I'm not trying to make money. Well, I am. I mean, I got rent to pay, but I'm not trying to, I ain't trying to get rich, man. I'm just trying to not have to get a real job, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, that's how it works. But yeah, man, if you're wanting to do it yourself, I mean, there's tons of places on YouTube that can help you out. Even, yeah, I got tons of videos out there. If you want to go search my videos, on mixing and mastering and things like that. I mean, what was it? July was mixing and mastering month, so even there was 4 or 5 videos there of just talking about mixing and mastering in different ways. Yeah, George, no worries, man. George said, "Thank you, I'll do that." Yeah, man. Reach out, bro, if you need anything, man. That's why I'm here, George. That's why I do these things, bro. Um, just trying to help out and to help those that are wanting to do this for their business to learn how to do this for their business, because I did it, and I'm definitely not a scholarly feller, you know. Yeah, I went to school, man, but I didn't really you know what, I went to school at Avid. I saw Pro Tools trying to become the leader of everything about 2002, 2003, and I kind of I went to school because I thought I needed to be Avid certified, or at the time it was DigiDesign. So I thought that I needed to be DigiDesign certified, that people knew that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to Pro Tools. But yeah, I did, man. I learned exactly what every button and every knob does in Pro Tools. But what I didn't learn was how to work with a client. you know. So I had to go get my experience using Pro Tools, working with clients. So even though you go get your Pro Tools certification, it doesn't help you with learning how much to charge a client for your services as an engineer. That's kind of where I see that a lot of schools are lacking, and that's kind of why I do what I do. I'm trying to help bridge that gap between learning at school and doing it in real life. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. So I'm just here to help. But that's kind of why we do these little Thursday lives. And somebody just texted me and asked how much a voiceover demo usually costs. I don't know, $300. I'm gonna make it up. No, yeah. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. If somebody knows who you are and they know that you do work and they know you got the studio, and they'll ask you a question like, "Hey, how much do you charge for a voiceover demo?" You got to know the answer to that so you can text him back. Because if you don't text him back pretty quickly, he's going to move on to the next studio, and he might like the next studio better and never come back to you. This is obviously a client that knows me because they know to text me instead of just calling the studio. But that's generally you got to be prepared, man. You got to be ready for that. So, all right, 2 more minutes left. Anybody got any questions, comments, or concerns? I do have to get back to work. I didn't realize till yesterday that one of my engineers was going on a vacation. He told me yesterday, and a client that he had been working with needs to get back in and do some changes to a song he was working on yesterday, 2 days ago, with that client, and now he's not here, so I got to go do it. So she's coming in here in a little bit, and I got to get ready for it. So I do have to keep this one to the half hour that we generally try to keep it to. But I do respect your time at the same time. I know we got stuff to do, and I do appreciate you guys coming at 10:15 on a Thursday in the morning. And I don't know. I figure that this is a pretty good time. It's before most people get busy in our business, So that's kind of why I try to keep it at this time during the day. But sometimes I almost had to change this one, but I thought about changing this one because the girl's actually gonna be here in 15 minutes. So I already got the session up. I'm already ready to go. The mic's warmed up and ready to go for it. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We will see you Monday, the 9th, for the studio tour of the podcast studio, and it's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna talk about each piece of gear. Not everything. You don't need to know about what I got in this drawer right here, but but yeah, no, we're going to talk about the main stuff, why I have it, the audio thing, the cameras, the lights, the Stream Deck. I don't know how I ever got through life without an Elgato Stream Deck in my world. I mean, I'm not lying, bro. This is one of the greatest pieces of equipment, and it's not expensive. It's super not expensive. Like, under $200, you get this thing that you basically, what a Stream Deck is you basically think of it as a macro button. You press one button and make it do whatever it is you want to make it do. For Pro Tools, this is unbelievably the best thing ever. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna rave about it because that's one of the greatest things I've ever found, man. And Just basically the system, even the desk that I'm on right now is one of those that you like, damn, I really like this desk. So I'm gonna share all this with you next week. So get ready for that. It's gonna be a great month, man. We're doing studio tour month. Get your backstage pass. Let's get on it. Don't forget about your $150,000 studio build challenge. Go get that. LearnProRecording.com/studio build. Go grab it. Hey, we'll see you guys. See you on Monday. We'll see you next Wednesday on the blog post, and of course next Thursday for Thursday Live. Appreciate you. I'm gonna take the out. I'm not gonna forget the outro now. I'll do the outro for you. Here you go. See you, Donny B. I'm out. Peace.